I messed up. I messed up. I accidentally removed the seat without removing the engines. And the lift is gonna go to the very top and it's gonna drop on me. I think we caught it. Hey, how's it going, Spy here with another Scrap Mechanic episode. This episode we're actually going to be starting another community project, as the Fallout Shelter community project was pretty awesome, and we had a lot of viewer interaction within the comment section, which was awesome. So this episode we're going to be building a SkyBase, and it's going to be a multi-part series like the previous community project. So I found a good spot for the SkyBase, and it's going to be up on this hill up here. We're just going to drive our miniature scout jeep up here. I don't even know what this is, I just built it to get around the map. So I'm just going to go to the very top here, and this is where we're going to be building the base. Now in the previous builds of the game, it was a lot more difficult to actually build the SkyBase because it was really hard to actually build the pillars straight up. But now that we have the weld tool here, we can actually do it very easily. And we're going to be building an elevator that climbs the main pillar all the way up, and then it's going to stop up there, and then you're going to be able to drive it back down. It's going to be pretty simple. To start off, we're going to start with the main pillar, and I'm just going to put down a block here, right about here, and then I'm going to build outwards that direction. Now, it's going to be only 2 blocks wide by 2 blocks wide. Pretty simple. And this is just going to take a bit because we got to get this really, really high. I want to kind of get past those towers there. And yeah, it might take a bit. There we go. There's part of the beam. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to add another little notch on one of these ends here. Probably right about here. And we're just going to drop it like this. And then we're going to use our weld tool on this end here. And we're going to go back over here and we're going to weld it to this block here, this way. And then we're going to continue building it back like this. And this is going to essentially be the easiest way to build the main pillar. There we go. I did it a few times and look how long it is. It's still not long enough though. We need to continue on this. Anyways, in other news, I actually got most of my parts from my computer and I actually just set it up. But one thing I'm missing is my graphics card, because I'm going to be actually waiting for the new graphics cards to release, or the GTXs to lower in price, because they're kind of insane for Canadian prices right now. I might wait until the new AMD or the Radeon cards come out, which is going to be pretty awesome. There we go. Anyways, if you guys haven't seen the previous community project, please go check it out. It was the Fallout Shelter. It was awesome. There was so many people participating in the comments, and I had to stop it though due to how big the project was, as I need to get my new computer fully set up before I start it again. This current computer is kind of old. Anyways, I'm going to be taking suggestions from you guys for what I should add to this project as well. If you guys have suggestions towards the end of this video, please let me know in the comments. This video we're actually probably just going to be building the elevator and the main pillar, because that's going to take a long time, because the elevator I usually mess up on. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave in the comments. That will be awesome. There we go. I think that might be long enough. Let's check it out. We're going to add a main area here for where we want to set it down. That's 4, that's 6, that's 8. Right about here. There we go. Whoa, that's pretty high. We could have made it a little higher, but since we're on top of this mountain here, it'll look even more insane when we're down there. Now we just got to start working on the elevator, which is going to be pretty hard. And I just got to extend this out a bit so that we can start on the elevator. Okay, now we can start. We're going to kind of build around this somehow. We're going to get our lift out first. Somewhere right about here, and I'm gonna try a new design where the mechanics are underneath the elevator. Alright, so I came up with a pretty cool design for the elevator. So essentially how it works is we're gonna have our tires right about here. We're gonna weld them together. I haven't tried the welding tool on the tires with an elevator before, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work. But anyways, how it works is the tires have to touch the middle beam here, but nothing else from the elevator can. say a piece of concrete touches that, it will cause improper collisions, and you'll have some big issues with your elevator. So I'm just gonna attach these tires really quick. Alright, so there we go. I got all the tires attached, and I set up this little test. This is not how it's gonna look at all. This kind of looks dumb, but let's test it out. Come on. Okay, there we go. It works, but it's not that stable, which means we gotta add a second pair of tires, which isn't a bad thing. We'll do that once we build the little tiny platform inside where we sit. Looks like it works pretty good though. I messed up. I messed up. I accidentally removed the seat without removing the engines, and the lift is gonna go to the very top and it's gonna drop on me. Anytime, lift, I need you back down here so we can continue working on you. Come on. It's almost to the top. We gotta make sure we grab it with our lift though. It's gonna go crazy once it hits the ground. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Oh man, can we catch it? I think we caught it. That's an easy fix though. We can put it back on really quick. There we go. That was pretty easy. We just used the weld tool to attach it back on. Alright, now we're just gonna continue working on this. I'm gonna add like a little platform where we sit in, which should be pretty cool. So I gotta build upwards to hide this kind of stuff down here. Alright, so there's the platform for the elevator. Looks pretty sweet, and all I gotta do now is hook up the tires and the engine to this seat here, and we're gonna test it out again before we continue working on it. Alright, so there we go, everything's hooked up. Let's test it out. Everything's gonna be unstable because we don't have the second set of tires hooked up yet, but let's test it out anyways. There we go. At least we know it works. Alright, so I'm just going to set up a little cabin around the platform here and make a door that opens for the passengers to get on. And then we can continue on to make this a little more stable. Alright, so there we go guys. There's the cabin for the elevator. It looks pretty sweet. I got an automatic door system here set up with a sensor here that detects this little block right here to tell when it's safe for the doors to open up. We'll hop in and I'll demonstrate that. If the elevator wants to go up, we need to stabilize it a little better. There we go. I don't know why it's doing that, but we need more stabilization. So we need the second set of tires added, but once we drop down to the ground, you guys will see that the door automatically opens. Alright, I'm going to set up the second set of tires up here to help with the stabilization. It's going to be very similar to how we did it below. And I've kind of already set this up because I kind of forgot how I did it already, but I think this is essentially how we do it. And then yeah, I'm just going to do this really quick and hopefully it works. Alright, so there we go. I set up the tires and hopefully they work. Let's go test it out. Now I couldn't weld them because it's not hooked up to a lift, but hopefully it works. We might need more power though. Come on. Yeah, let's give it some more power. Alright, so there we go. I added the engines to the top as well, as you can see there, because it needed some traction up at the top. And we have this little device here, which kind of pushes it up, because sometimes the elevators need to be imbalanced to gain traction. That's not always the case though, so we're going to try it without it. We're going to hop in. And yeah, we need some extra traction. So we need to imbalance the elevator. Not a very big problem. Something like that should do it. And there we go. Look how even we are. Pretty awesome. It kind of shakes here and there though, and I don't know why. If you guys know a way to fix that, please let me know. So we got to get to the top. Alright. Okay, we reached the top, but it's going to slowly go down. So we need to kind of build some brakes on this thing so we can get to the top and start building off of it. That looks like it might work, but we need to give it a little more constraint. Okay, that should work. Let's test it out. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna press 1. There we go. It just grabs on like that. I don't know if it really moves or not. Is it moving down slowly? No, it's perfectly still. That's awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna go to the very top and we're gonna build our platform. Now I might need to turn down the speed of the engines because it's a little wobbly at this state. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix that quite yet. Okay, I think that's as high as we're really gonna go. I guess we can ease it up a little more with the brakes on. Oh, not too far though. Now we gotta be really careful because if I fall off here, that will really suck. Be really careful. This is dangerous. Look how high we are. Holy crap, we're higher than the radio tower beacon things, the launch pad things. I don't want to know what those are. Okay, we made it to the top. Now we're just gonna add some blocks here so that we don't fly off the top. It looks like it's going down slow, so we gotta be really fast about this. There we go. Okay, then we can hop back down and try not to die. Oh, okay, that was close. Kind of scared me. How high can we go now? I think that would be our max height. We gotta kind of build a base for it. Oh crap, I almost fell again. Careful. Careful. How am I gonna do this? Alright, there we go. We kind of have a little platform here for the top. Now the problem with this thing is the little breaks up top actually prevent it from being straight once it comes up here. Which kind of sucks, but we can find a way around that. How are we going to prevent it from falling anymore? We don't know. That'll have to do for now. Okay. And we're going to kind of extend this out to build a SkyBase platform. Or the lobby of our SkyBase. I'm not quite sure yet. This way. Not sure how much we really need. Is that good? Not quite sure. Like, look at this view. It's so terrifying. Like if I fall, I'd be kind of screwed. I don't know how I'd get back up here. I'd probably have to like climb my way up or try to build a rocket and fly all the way up. That would really suck. Alright, so there we go. We built the main platform for our SkyBase and it looks pretty cool already. Now, one thing I'm going to be looking for in the comments are suggestions on what I should improve and add to the SkyBase. So for the main lobby, this is all we're going to really have for the first episode. I'll do some touch-ups here and there, but I'm going to be looking for your guys' suggestions on what I should add to it and add to the SkyBase, like I said. Now, what we can do is we can add some extra brakes or little hooks that attach to the top here so that we can easily make sure it stays up here. Alright, there we go. We added the little hooks to the elevator to grab onto the platform. Now let's head back down. We're going to close the arms by pressing 2 and the door should close really slowly and it should drop us to the ground. There we go. Now there's still a lot of crashing. I don't really know how to fix that, so if you guys know, please let me know in the comments. And one last thing before we end this episode is I need to build a little platform to get up onto the elevator and to hide this really ugly stuff down here. Alright guys, so there we go. We built a little platform to get on top of the elevator here. It works pretty good. I added a thruster there to give it a little more speed to go up. I got the arm up there locked. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Anyways guys, if you have any suggestions for this build, please let me know in the suggestions and we will try to add them into the SkyBase. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing. And remember, stay sweet. Bye.